Alright, so this is Blue Revolver. Can I make that intro cutscene play again? There we go. Was it the game audio overpowering the mic? Is it? Oh. Ah, shit. I can't see what my volume is while I'm in the game. I usually have it at 30. Is it too loud? I can turn it down a little bit. See how that is? This game does have slightly loud music. Hey, Parky. Actually, I haven't watched this intro yet, so I figured I'd watch it. I think we all know how this ends up going. Oh, thanks for the follow, Jank Abrams. Ambrams. Close enough. Art in this game is really super cute. Woofy Cakes does the art, I believe. Oh, I guess that's it. The main character is the rabbit girl that is like elite hacker, I guess. Take a look at his missions. What's each one? I think these are meant to be played after played. You want to play as May or Val? Mapleberry or the Urasumi? I'll start with May. She's sort of the main character, I suppose. I guess we'll start on normal. Normal modo. Let's go with standards. That one doesn't seem very... I guess it's like a shieldy thing. Cluster missile. I'm gonna assume that one's Holmes. Let's just go with the hyper laser. Not really sure the point of those little cutscenes there. But, really love the palettes in this game. A lot of games don't really, you know, restrict their palette at all. I mean, not all games really need it, but I really appreciate the aesthetic this game has going on. Also, this game has some somewhat standard unlocks. You got palettes you can unlock. It's got I like that I'm shooting bunny faces. I just noticed that. It's got 3 ships you can use. You can unlock a mode that has infinite continues. Oh, and I misspoke in my first video, or I didn't know rather. There's in the beta or like the tester version, it had this thing to let you skip all of the unlocks and like just instant unlock everything. I thought that was just like a feature to skip everything, because a few games do have things like that. But that was just a test feature. Also, I keep forgetting to use the... Oh, it's a little bit of startup time. I guess that makes sense, but for scoring purposes, it's a little annoying. Ah, they're supposed to have a filter for that. Manage to circumvent Uplay. You have to use Uplay at the very least to download Beyond Good and Evil, right? Is it not actually required to launch it then? Ow. I really appreciate auto bomb, even if it's like its own difficulty to enable auto bomb. I really appreciate that as a mechanic. Where do you think you're going in that machine? I don't know. I'm just going, man. Yeah, I had to reset my password, and I found out that Uplay is... When you make a thing on Uplay, it's like, hey, you gotta use this ridiculously insecure password. It's like, no, we don't want... you want to use symbols? I don't like symbols. That's secure. I don't like that. I don't appreciate you trying to be secure with your password. And oh, you can't make it more than 16 characters. That's ridiculous. No. That's right, Parker. What do you want, Parky? Looks like Raiden. I mean, it's a shoot 'em up. I mean, maybe a tiny bit. Oh, hey, Torax. I hope they fix that bug issue. Looks like we're streaming and sending your chat as you across all sites and also sending multiple chat. Yeah, it's supposed to send all of the chats across to all things, you know. Because I've seen people complain on Twitch that like, oh, nobody's chatting. It's like, well, a lot of people are chatting. They're just not chatting on Twitch. But it's not supposed to send my own message on stream like that. I thought they were going to add a filter, but maybe they haven't added it yet. I am on the beta client. Yeah, I thought you guys have seen that bug. It did that last time too. It doesn't do it too often. It seems to do it less often with Beam. I'm not really sure what the deal is, but it should be pretty easy to filter out. I'm surprised it didn't like already have a filter for it, but whatever. Yeah, the delay on that thing's gonna get me killed. I'm gonna go back to the Lancey thing. Oh, it is powerful though. Also, the little medical-looking canisters, like the red heart thingy or cross thingies, those power up your energy, your weapon energy, or this thing, the laser. This doesn't erase bullets. Ah. Did I not have a bomb? I don't know how to read my bomb meter quite yet. Reminds you of Jamestown? Kinda reminds me of being a shoot 'em up, personally. You have an amazingly detailed step. Is it that difficult to get Beyond Good and Evil working without Uplay? Yeah, this is very 90s, which is a very good thing. It has a lot of modern conveniences for shoot 'em ups, but damn it. You know what? I think I'm gonna, at the very least, we're gonna pop out. Definitely don't need that hitbox connection. Isn't there some way to bot actions? Nah, I don't think I can really filter that out. Profile export. Didn't this used to have a filter? Filters. Filter string. Can I just filter brackets? Hide app in window. Alright, maybe that'll work. Maybe that'll work. I just hid the bracket that the bot is using. So maybe it'll still show up in, wait. No, it's only showing up on the client. That's the issue. So maybe that'll make it work a bit better. Delay. It's just enough to throw me off. So I think I will turn that off. But I like to try new things. So figured I would try the weapons, all the different weapons at least once. Do I not have? I don't get what the deal is with the auto bomb because it seems to maybe it only activates once. I thought it would activate every time, but it doesn't. Yeah, I tried Jamestown a bit. I didn't get super far in it. It seemed alright. I was out of bombs? I don't think I was. The bombs with the meter on the right. I thought I still had bombs a couple of times that I took hits. I know I'm out now. Not sure. I'll keep an eye on Pocky. I'm not sure what the break things I missed are. I also have Donpachi Resurrection that I can play, but I decided to play this first. This is more unknown. I feel it's a bit more deserving of the attention. Not that Donpachi is bad or anything, but you know, everybody already knows. Everybody who would, you know, consider purchasing it, you know, should probably already know what it is, that it's coming on Steam, etc. So, you know, game's pretty well known, I'd say. I might read chat a little bit less in this stream, due to certain, you know, dodging bullets related complications. Oh, it's not working. That's weird. It's not repeating it. I'll turn off the bot if it's this much, if it's gonna be a big problem, but it wasn't doing it too much last time. I don't know what. Whatever. You're always a little worse on your first attempt of the day. You gotta kind of warm up for bullet hells. I mean, I guess that's true of basically anything, right? You gotta get into the mindset. You know, bullet hells aren't easy, so it matters a bit more. I kind of like these things where you go through a big old boss and just break off all little chunks of it. This game is so, like Bad P said, it is a very 90s game in a lot of ways. I really love that. It's got the enemies on the ground, but it doesn't do the stupid thing that lots of 90s games did, where you could bump into enemies on the ground and die, even though you're in the air, and that's, like, what? That's dumb. And it also doesn't have, even though I liked enemies on the ground, and, you know, they leave the little, you know, scorch marks, but I hated when you had to use a ground attack to hit them. Like, it just feels weird. I don't like it. I like this names the bullet patterns. So you can see this one's called Signature. Ooh. Teeny bit close. There we go. Oh, one up. Yes. I do love the idea of that feature, and I'm sure they'll fix it. But if it keeps being an issue, I'll just turn off the bot for now. Not worth eating up the entire chat. I also really like that this game has a rapid fire button, like a button so you don't have to mash tap, which is a pretty common feature nowadays, but not universal either. I don't really mind tapping too much, as long as tapping is not tied to your fire rate. As long as you don't need to mash, like, you need to tap repeatedly, but you don't need to mash. Like, mashing more does not result in more bullets. If mashing results in more bullets, that's a problem. Mashing should not be... Mashing as a gameplay mechanic is generally no bueno. Enemies killed? What are you talking about? What is that percentage? Oh, yeah, I think so. Ow. So that's what happens when I read chat. That's why you always leave a note. Ghetto! Sorry, I have a condition where I compulsively repeat English. I thought that hole in the ground was like an enemy or something. I guess those are glitches? Yeah, those are like glitchy things. Oh, that's cool. I guess that's like sort of the game's mindset. Oh, auto bomb uses all the bombs. Oh, that makes sense. I'm getting really tired of playing cat and mouse. Can you do me a favor and turn yourself in instead? Isn't that Val? I don't understand the relationships of the characters. I'm not sure if they're explained somewhere. I actually kind of like to know the stories, or at least the characters, of shoot-'em-up games, so I do appreciate when there's at least a little bit of story and at least a little bit of telling them. This is a very cave-inspired game, which is, at least I'm pretty sure, a lot of the things like the health bar sections, and, I mean, phases in bosses, you know, nothing new, but it just very specifically reminds me of cave and some things, like the, transforms into a freaking robot! The specific way the phases change, the a lot of the purple bullets. Cave loves purple bullets. And also the little slightly cheesecake scenes during the like, not very cheesecake in this game, but you know, the little poses at the score screen in the background. I'll point it out. Kill la Kill was great. I really can't read. What is that? Oh, that's a bad. What? Okay, whoa. I thought that was a thing, and I was like inches away from getting it until I noticed my bullets were hitting it. Oh. So yeah, I guess you do need all of your things. Let's do the bomb thing. Okay. Whoa! Ah! I see your game. Ooh! That is a problem. Okay, I see how to dodge it. I guess just kind of being on the other side of the screen helps too, but oh! Dang. You're tough. Is there only the one? But yeah, like a lot of Caves games will have these little scenes in the background of the score screen. It's like Kill la Kill, sort of. I'm not sure how this is like Kill la Kill. I haven't watched Kill la Kill. I mean to watch it. I need to catch up on Trigger's stuff, but I don't tend to watch. I've said this before, but I don't tend to watch a lot of anime or any sort of like passive like media consumption stuff. I mean, I'll listen to music. I mean, that's different, but like passive video stuff, I just don't tend to watch. Playing this with my controller under the table so you don't hear all of the tapping noises. Nico. Yeah, I do need to catch up on a bunch of Trigger stuff. I did get a bunch of Studio Ghibli stuff recently to watch. I knew I was going to take that hit. Run bonus. Why don't you remember what I did? Sure. Ah. Oh. It just opens up Twitter. Okay. Alright, I probably won't tweet the rest of my scores just because, you know, it disrupts the stream. But not sure if it tops Garen Langen. Kill la Kill's like 10 hours? Binge watching a day. Yeah, it's not too bad. Let's try Val. I like Val a bit better. I guess she doesn't have the real bunny ears. She's got one of those bows that tactically appears. Tactical faux animal ears. So the way this game works is that it's got these 3 difficulties. I think this game, yeah, it has auto, what do they call that? Dynamic difficulty on hyper mode. Parallel is basically just locked to the highest difficulty. Normal, I'm not sure if it has the auto difficulty, but it's a bit easier, and you do the auto bomb, which I think is a very important aspect of oh, there's always the shield one. Okay. Let's go for the Raiden lasers. Completely forgot what I was talking about. I like the music in this too. Oh, look at that dithering in the background. That's some quality dither. I used to hate dithering, honestly. I've come to really like it, and I was actually a little bit disappointed that the what's it called? The Princess Maker 2, the version on Steam, it's HD art only, which the HD art looks alright, but the dithering in that original one was good stuff. And I don't think it has a classic graphics option, because I think they would have advertised that if they did. Those, like, weird circly enemies remind me strongly of something, but I'm not entirely sure what. I'm sure I've seen basically that exact enemy in some shoot 'em up. Is it a Gradius enemy, perhaps? Oh, right, I keep... Oh, so this one fires, like, instant. Oh, is it random, or is it targeting? I like when things have... Oh, it's auto-targeting. Okay, cool. Sort of. Yeah, I think it's... They're so simple, but I think I've seen those in multiple games. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Gradius I'm thinking of. Is that Gradius or Gradius? I've heard it both ways. I've only actually beat Gradius 3, and only with Konami code. It still took forever with that, because there's in that weird boss rush area. If you don't have like full power, it's like ridiculous. Story like refuses to play for this character for some reason. You only get coins from enemies you kill with the special shot. Yeah, you get more points, way more points. You get a times 64 multiplier when you kill things. So the way the score system works is you rack up 8 kills, and then kills with your special thing will get you even more points and drop a bunch of coins. I think boss stuff will drop coins regardless, but you drop bigger coins by using the special attack. See, I didn't use the special thing with that. Streamio chat on screen is way behind. Oh, hang on. I think it might be... Aw, dang it. Sorry about that. It was actually stretching under the screen. So that was why. It was always one message below. Sorry about that. Bug. Get off my screen, Bug. There are more important things on you than you on screen. Stupid Bug. Yeah, that explains many things. I did that last time before, too. I need to double check that. The annoying thing is that since I have to change the restream chat thing for games that don't have these nice screen things, I'm never entirely sure how big it's going to be. Hey, Realms. What do you think? Should I disable that bot for now? I really like the idea of it, but it's getting kind of annoying. It's not repeating, it's not having issues on Twitch. Or am I just not streaming, like, Twitch? Strange. PS VR is coming tomorrow. I will not be streaming tomorrow, that's for sure. I'm not sure if I'll ever be streaming like VR stuff. I don't even know how I would make that work. Like, I don't know. Even if I could see chat messages, it would kind of take me out of the effect of VR, I would think. So I don't know. Actually, I think it's the Restreamio bot, not Bean bot. No, it's the chat bot is Restreamio. It's Beambot just tells when people follow or host me. And Beambot will show up in chat as Beambot. Isn't that me? I thought I was this. Am I fighting myself? Is this Dark Link? I made that joke last stream, I think. It's so iconic though. It's almost as iconic as Aiden Pierce's hat, you know, Dark Link. Sorry, but bosses are a no chat zone. It's also kind of hard to talk while dodging certain patterns. But the action should hopefully speak for itself, assuming you can track all of it. In fact, you can probably track more than I can, because I have to, like, you know, I can't wiggle my eyes around. I gotta focus very intently. I mean, this is easy modo, but it's not that easy modo. Some bullet. Give me some gun bullets. I actually have a game, oh man, what is that? It's this game called Gun Bullet Children, which is the best. Wait, that boss was different for me. Huh. Apparently PS Share can do PSVR games. But if you can't beat them, how do you do bullet hell games? I mean, it's really not that hard. Okay, I think I'm gonna turn off the bot, I guess. The filter words don't seem to be working. Don't delete messages. Add string. Permissions. I don't think there's anything easy I can do. Can I do wildcards? Probably not. I don't know how this filter works, but it doesn't seem to work very well. Alright, I'm just going to turn off the beambot. Is Twitch working? Okay, yeah, Twitch is working. Huh. But yeah, if you want to watch the chat, just watch it on stream. Enable message relay. Yeah, I'll just turn that off. Yeah, it's a great feature once it'll, like, work. Intense screen flickering? Is that a thing in Beyond Good and Evil? I mean, I can deal, like, but doesn't sound optimal. But yeah, this isn't super hard. If you've never played a bullet hell game, I would say, I mean, this isn't the easiest one, even on easy mode, but I'm not sure I would recommend it as your first. One of the best, the easiest thing to recommend is Bullet Heaven 2. You can play the free Flash version. It's very accessible. It has cheats to let you have, like, power-ups and stuff. It's really accessible, but it has a really good, it has good higher optional difficulties. And it's just a great bullet hell game in general. It's really easy to recommend as your first bullet hell. It also has a good variety of control methods. But the thing about bullet hell games is it's a skill that really transfers quite well to other games. So learning your first one might feel really freaking hard, but once you learn it, you know, you'll need to learn patterns and stuff. But the general movement, and you know, you start to learn certain ways, frequent patterns tend to work. Always try to. The interesting thing about the auto bomb, using all of your bombs, it encourages you to still use your bomb. I'm not sure I'd say I prefer it, but it's an interesting little bit of encouragement to still use your bomb, but you have a safety net as well. Sorry, this is a no chat time. I can't do them chats right now. It's a very zen experience. It makes you very relaxed, even though it's you know, very difficult, but it's still very relaxing and enjoyable. I just really wanted to destroy that. Anytime a boss has parts, you just gotta break all the parts, really. It's not the same if you don't break all the parts. It's just not. You can't do that. Yes! It's only having 33 minutes of the game. Oh. Huh. Sounds more like a glitch than like it's so it's like the flickering is not a feature, it's just glitching out. No Brecco this time. Yeah, I don't think that was a Brecco. I don't think that's like an optional thing. I don't know. I think if you kill it you get the thing, but I don't think it counts as the break. I'm not really sure how the break system works, honestly. Because it seems like I'm missing some things, even though I don't recall missing anything like major. But I don't know. You're never gonna fully understand a shoot 'em up in your first, you know, few playthroughs. That's one frustrating thing. A lot of reviewers did, shoot 'em ups really badly in, you know, earlier generations, because like they're not made to be played just played through once. You know, you play once and, you know, you try to get a 1 credit clear, you go for score, you play for the higher difficulties. There's a lot more than just a plain old credit feed playthrough. And so a lot of reviews will be like, oh, this game's so short, and I beat it in only like a half hour. Sure, I used 800 credits, but I mean, it's easy because you just put in more credits. Like, no, you credit fed, that's different. I mean, no disrespect to people that enjoy games and, you know, credit feed, and, you know, that's enough for them. But you haven't really seen all of the game, and if you wanted more, you had more, you just ignored it, you know? I'm glad to see that you're doing okay after all. Okay. Aren't you me? I thought this was me. I'm sorry! I thought this was America. I thought this was America. That's your world's worst Stan, or what's his name? Not Stan Marsh. Randy Marsh impression. It has been a long time since I've watched the South Parks. I'm not one of those people that hates it. It was actually my favorite part of the Ubisoft conference this past E3. Why do I have to fight myself? My truest enemy? Oh fuck. I should stop talking. I gotta get closer to do my special attack. Eiko. Oh frick. Oh frick. Okay. No. Yes! Kermit is an 8 out of 10 game reviewer. BG&E disabled your print screen? I'm not sure if DirectX games use print, like, I don't know if they get grabbed by print screen. I usually use Steam's in-game, or like the Steam overlay grabber thing. Though that doesn't work in some games either, like, I don't know, overlays are difficult. If something's really important, I usually just use my recording software, which is almost entirely OBS now. Well, actually, yeah, well, there's a few games that also use Bandicam for, but OBS I've found to be pretty fantastic. It works for pretty much everything. It's not 100% designed for recording, but things designed for recording don't really do too much extra that OBS doesn't do anymore. Like, the biggest thing for me was always being able to record to a second audio track, because that lets me, you know, edit things in post a lot better. Because, like, say the game audio is really loud, I can just, you know, lower it if they're separate. If they're intertwined, I'm screwed. And I'm pretty sure there's some old tap-tap videos out there that, where I'm just harder to read or to hear than I really should be, because I fucked up the audio. There will be swearing in bullet hell streams. I don't really get too mad, but, you know, it's just natural. Swear a little bit when you get hit or something. I actually find these games a lot more relaxing than like rhythm games. Like, you would think rhythm games would be like a chill genre, but damn, most of them are brutal and it's ridiculous. I was talking about this when I was playing Thumper, which I'm re-encoding for the 3rd time. Ugh. I just had so many issues with that. First, the audio was really loud because that game has a high dynamic range, so I thought it was fine, but then I was only listening to the loud part apparently, and then the quiet parts are way too quiet, so I had to normalize the audio quite a bit. And alright, I keep forgetting I have this. I either forget I have it or I use it too much. I think I'd prefer something a bit more... This isn't really too bad, but I prefer something a bit more easy to spam or not. Steam overlay? I haven't really encountered too many games where the Steam overlay, damn it, doesn't work. But I don't know, maybe the Uplay thing messes with it. I don't know. But you would think rhythm games would be a genre like all about being chill and relaxed and accessible. And like, damn it, visually a lot of them are, you know, really happy and fun. So I mean music. But they're also freaking brutally hard, especially, damn it, you know, higher difficulties. You've really got to manage these jerks on the side. They'll just build up like crazy on you. Oh, you missed a note, game over. Yeah. Yoo-hoo, would you happen to know where my ship went? I certainly don't remember blowing up any ship. Where did you get that? I don't get to play with that when I play as you. Look, I did not steal and or destroy your ship on a drunken night of debauchery, okay? That is totally not what happened last Thursday, okay? I don't know why you would think that it happened last Thursday at Randy's bar, because it didn't. Alright? So just put down the giant robots, and we can talk about this like civilized rabbit girls, okay? We're not going to talk like civilized rabbit girls, are we? I even brought my civilized rabbit girl teacup. And you do this to me! You do this to me! Am I even hurting it? I don't think I'm hurting it. But you gotta hit it in the middle, I think. I can't tell. I do wish the health bar, something that a lot of bullet hell games will do is put the health bar down at the bottom for when you are down at the bottom, because I really can't look up at this boss. Also, damn it. This is a rough one. This isn't like the last boss or something, is it? Ah, damn it. Ah! Don't shoot the cute anime girl. Everyone is a cute anime girl, though. I don't think I've encountered a single boss that was not one. Aw, come on. You gotta remember my name. Hey, you can't say I ain't consistent within 3% of my original score. I'm just gonna be 3 star. Oh, I'm just gonna be 3 stars. No. Oh, who are you? I don't remember seeing you. Let's take a look at our unlocks. So yeah, free play is actually not really too expensive. But gallery. Hermes Arsk. Hermes Ken. Mandy. Maudaku. Yaw. Yusuke? Isn't Yusuke a boy's name? I guess it could just be, you know, very girly. Tap tap at 3 out of stars, dude. Rude! And music. Oh, stage 1 remix. Oh! I think you can actually use the remixes as in-game music too. Device palette. Nah, we don't need a palette. Let's get one of these wallpapers. What wallpaper do you want, chat? What should we do? Rockby? All these people in here? I don't recognize any of these people, but Woofy Cakes has really great art. There's such good use of blues in her art too. Or is it Woofy Cakes? I don't know what Woofy Cakes really is. I don't see any lowly trash cans here. I mean, I don't know if I wouldn't consider May to be lowly trash can. Like, lowly trash can, I guess that's kind of lowly trash can, isn't it? But yeah, that's not what we're picking. Uh-oh. I've been fiddling with I always fiddle with my Xbox One Elite controller. The little thingies in the back are they're so tempting to fidget with, and sometimes they pop out, and then I can't pop them back in blind. I mean, I can sometimes, but just had to. Raigao? Who's that? Isn't that our like normal character? No, she's got like drills. And I'm kind of feeling the Yusk. Let's get the Yusk. Yosuke, I guess. I don't know. How do I? Oh wait, I can get both. So let's. And who else? Not that one. Let's get you. Alright. How do we... Oh, right. The X button is back for this for some reason. They don't show enough of the character to make an educated guess. No, they kind of don't, but now we can see them. Oh, you can unlock the endings. Credits parallel? Oh, dang. There's an extra credits for beating the game on crazy hard mode. Here we go. Oh, this is an art gallery. Okay. So this is May. Ale. Rum. Dawn. Val. That's our player 2. Era. No. Stage 4 boss. Wait. Didn't I fight other bunny girl? I don't know. Oh, thanks for the follow, Embargo 65. Don't show enough that. Oh, no, I already read that. So here's. That's Ira. I guess that's the character on the front screen right now. Who is this guy? Question mark? Extreme question mark? That's our main character. That is also the main. Oh! It's by. I think it's the character. I think it's like who made the art, not the character. How do I set the thinger? Probably in here. Graphics. Full screen display 1. Unfortunately, I don't have a vertical display. I really do want. Isn't that Visa mounting what they call that? There's a thing where a lot of compatible monitors, you can rotate them physically, and then, I could rotate my monitor and, play it properly. You gotta go for the perfect scaling. You're not my friend. You're required to unfollow me on Twitter if you go to proportionate scaling. It actually doesn't look too bad, but it'll look worse in game, I'm sure. You gotta go pixel perfect and nothing. It's horrible. It cuts out like some of the best part on some of these. I like this one. They're like mocking my gameplay. I actually kind of want to show hitboxes on. Debug info off. Alternate color colors. That's fine. Skip intro, yeah. Top bar, display rank, ammo. Bullet pattern name, sure. Kills mode, no. Input. No, that's all fine. Save file? No, don't reset that. Oops. I don't want a high score. I go fetch food. See ya, Realms. Well, I do always stream at about the same time. I don't really have other times I could feasibly spray. I read that from the thing. I could feasibly play, at least on weeknights. I really like this Plasma Lancer, but I'm gonna go for the Cluster Missile just for... I'm gonna try one of each thing, of course. I figured that would skip the intro. But oh, I figured. Okay, I just wanted to know my hitbox. I didn't figure it would show every hitbox, but that's actually kind of cool too. I figured it would be part of the cockpit. Your hitbox is always very small in these games. Does this sprite make my hitbox look big? Can I turn that off mid-game? I'll probably turn that off just so people don't complain. Options? Graphics. Oh wait, no, I think that was a gameplay one. Yeah. Alright. You know what? Let's try a mission. Oh, did you see their red eyes? They were evil! I'm not sure if that's intentional. But like, as they faded out, their eyes were like super red. I guess rabbits tend to have red eyes. Albino rabbits. If you notice, a lot of Japanese bunny girl characters, they'll have little red eyes. I like red eyes. At least on anime characters. A little different in real life, because... No, red eyes mean bunny, not evil. How dare you? Bunnies can't be evil. Except for the Fat Prophet in Bunny Must Die, but I don't think he counts as a bunny anymore. He's just a jerk. Jerks disavow their ability to be bunnies. Oop. Wait, this is not the. I thought I picked the cluster bomb. I guess I forgot to get that when I restarted. Oh well, that's fine. Golden-eyed? Oh, I see what you mean there. I think that's a cluster missile. No, this is the plasma lance or whatever it's called. This is the cluster missile. I think is like a homing thing. Yes, I'm plenty aware of the whole red eyes is evil trope, and it's come on. Wait, what? Oh. I forgot I was playing a mission. No wonder I had what I did. Play one without dying, excluding the boss. Alright, so this is just teaching you to use bombs, basically. So let's try this again. I completely forgot I was playing mission mode for a minute there. I like how the girl on the right looks like she's like appalled at my performance, and the one on the left is laughing at me. You know, perfect framing for a bullet hell game. I really like the music in this game. I want to get some of those alternate tracks too, but I figured I wouldn't appreciate them as much if I'm not like fairly familiar with the original tracks. So I'll get those later. I hate when bosses have sudden movements after losing a part or something. Very dangerous. I think that meter at the top is how much of the level I've completed, maybe? That percentage is definitely how many enemies I've killed. I'm not sure what the meter at the top is, honestly. It would make a lot of sense for it to be the... I don't think it is, though, because it's not progressing. Actually, I think there was an option for what that thing did. Wasn't there? I don't know. Cool. I'll take that. I like that things turn red when they're gonna die, because some of the things have these sort of slow... Oh! Oh, when it said excluding the boss, I thought it meant you could die on the boss, but I guess it just means the boss is not there. Destroy 95% of the enemies. Oh, of course there's the boss rush. Death bullet. All enemies release bullets when they die. That's a classic. Yellow bar is your ranking, more used in second mode. Oh, alright. Oh, yeah, for the dynamic difficulty. I get that. Do it with that special. Bullets fade out as they get closer. Alright, let's play normal. See, their eyes go all red. Spooky. I like one. Let's just go with power. And we'll try one of these missile thingers. Let's go. I should really change this. Actually, wait, not quit. Title. I don't like it using Y for the thinger. I'm gonna use, where's input? Rebind. Oh no, that's actually fine. Up, down, left, right. Fires that. Special bomb. Quit fire one of that. I'm not sure how well that worked. Oop! No, don't put pause there. Fire special. Rapid. Escape is that. Okay. Unfortunately, since the trigger is an axis on the Xbox One controller, I'm not sure how this is gonna work Some games don't work well with that, but I could just use the hair trigger function, so it's probably fine. Alright, you can skip this with the bomb button. Alright. Yeah, hair trigger. How do I... Wait. Hair trigger mode does not work with this. Okay. You're gonna need to use the shoulder button instead. I guess I just hold it all the way down. Why are you not... Wait, did the D-pad stop working? Oh, that's not good. The D-pad stopped working when I did that. Alright, I'm just gonna reset the controls. That's weird. Huh. I think that's a bug, because if I manually map the controls, like currently I can use the analog or the D-pad, but if I explicitly map them, I can't map the D-pad anymore. I think I'll just add the dev on Twitter. Yeah, Val. Alright. I'm actually gonna play this time, I swear. Yeah, I tend to prefer rapid fire be on the right trigger. There's a reason most bullet hell games try to go for 3 buttons. No moving your thumb around. Or only moving your thumb around for the bomb. But it's easy to map the shoulder buttons. A lot of bullet hell games aren't really designed with shoulder buttons in mind. I mean, it's not really too big of a deal to press the Y button with my thumb, but would prefer... It's not worth losing my D-pad though. It's kind of awkward. It's really not a huge deal either way. What is that? It looks like a little face, like little mini Andros on that wall there in front of me. Is the stream now better? I guess so. It hasn't been dropping frames. I actually forgot to check that. I'm glad you reminded me. In a way that was not reminding me because the stream was dead. But yeah, I've only dropped 0.4% of the frames. What I did a few things. I added an exception to Windows Defender for OBS. I added firewall exceptions explicitly for it, which I'm not sure if, like, it wasn't in my list of firewall exceptions, but it must have been allowed because it manually blocks everything until you allow it. But anyway, I explicitly set it up there, and I also changed my streaming server to Dallas, I think, which is a bit closer than the old server for Streamio, and it seems to be okay, but it seemed okay before, and then it like crapped out after like an hour, which I guess we're almost at about an hour, but I figure I would do a longer stream, or a long-ish stream tonight, and test it out. Oh, it's not homing, but it's like area of effect. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of this. The cluster bomb. ... Are you asking for a challenge? I think they are. It's Stickly Man! It's got a sweet new ship. How'd you afford this, Stickly Man? Last time I saw you were shoveling pudding for a living. I also really like how this game handles its difficulty naming, because like normal, easy, hard. I mentioned this in the Let's Play video, but normal, easy, hard. Like I prefer when they mention like who's this for? Like is this for people that have never played the genre before? Which is generally how your lowest difficulty should be. Is it for, you know, seasoned veterans? Is it for people that are like crazy masochists? Is it for, you know, YouTubers who have a giggle when they die a lot, you know? Tell me who should play that difficulty, don't tell me, oh, this is relatively easy or whatever. Maybe Larry from Pumpkin Hill's piloting. No, Larry's gone. Rest in peace. I had a lovely tribute to Larry last night, which exactly 2 people watched because I was doing a Beam only stream and I told nobody to watch it because I was testing stuff. And I figured out that's how I know that my streaming stuff is better, at least now. Because I didn't really have any issues last night. I did have issues last night. Then I tried some stuff, and then I stopped having them. Which I'm really glad, and I guess I can let Mediacom off the hook. I do think there was some Mediacom issues, because I had, like, disconnections and stuff. But I think I misattributed the problem to Mediacom. I think it was originally a Mediacom issue, and then it, like, there were some other coincidental issues. Will you do NepSega like you did in the rest of V2? Yeah, I'll probably finish NepSega on stream. That's what I was originally planning to do, and I would have already beaten it if like everything had not gone wrong at once on streaming. I'm not sure I'll be able to finish it. Like I won't play it tomorrow because I'll be playing my PSVR. But oh, I didn't kill it. I might play it tonight if I get a little bit bored of this. Not bored, but you know. Sometimes you want to play different things, you know? I don't really like the cluster bomb thing. It's probably good for bosses, but it feels wasteful to use it against normal enemies. Hit me. Gimme. Mama. But now I'll probably play all of NepSega commentated at least. Oops. That's not the button I meant to press. Ah! Frick. I hate when I do that. Yeah, I like that plasma lance thinger. I'm not sure if that's exactly what it's called, but the thing that fires like triangles of doom. It's got a Robotnik mustache! That's how you know it's evil. The classic double wavy thingy. There you go. Bye-bye. And since I'm more used to streaming, I think I'll try to stream more shoot-'em-up stuff. I have a bunch of them to play. I don't know. I get this weird thing where I'm like, I don't wanna do the Let's Play sort of style video until I'm like really good, but it's like I don't really get the time to practice. And it's like with the stream I can just go at it and be like, you know, more casual. And, you know, not worry myself out to death about it. It's true, you never know what you get. Ah! Damn it. Rip all of my bombs. Yeah, I don't like this power. I think it seems to do really good damage for bosses at least. I should use it more for them. Yeah, the streams, I've always meant the streams to be a bit more casual. They're also like higher technical like barrier, but once they're working, it can be pretty chill. I just hate when I have technical issues. Technical issues with live stuff is just absolutely the worst. Oh, fuck. Okay. It's a lot easier to fix things with recording, and you can edit stuff out, and blah blah blah. Also, it's not like a death sentence if the music is too quiet or something in a recording. Or more importantly, too loud so I can't hear me. Or you can't hear me. Anybody can't hear me. Whatever. Stream of doom. Sorry, this is not a chat ready point in time. Fuck. I blame you, chat. Everything's chat's fault. Yeah, I've been pretty impressed with Beam lately. The chat latency is really good, and I did a Tachyon stream, which is, or FTL they call it. Tachyon is the client. But anyway, it's the thing that has like super low latency on Beam, and it was really legit. It was like sub 200 millisecond lag. Really great stuff. And so like people would send messages and I would be able to like reply instantly, and like people were like, oh, you replied instantly. You know, just like I said, I'm not a liar. I don't lie about things. Yeah, the FTL was pretty great. Beam in general is great. I just wish it was a bit easier to like. It's not. It's kind of like where Hitbox always has been, where it's like it's hard to get people to move over. Though with Beam, the delay is even lower than Hitbox, I think. Well, definitely with the FTL. I don't know. I just like Beam more than I liked Hitbox. Hitbox, I feel like it kind of missed its chance to shine. It just never really. I don't know. I think it does have more users than Beam, but it's also been around a lot longer. But yeah, Beam's definitely my favorite for streaming. I'm not sure I want to like cancel the other streams or anything, but if I were to only stream to one site, I think I would want to opt for that lowest latency, because that's really fantastic. Did you encounter a game that you didn't expect to be bad? I've played bad games. I mean, I don't think I would have. There's very few games that I've played thinking, yeah, this will suck. I'll play this game that I think will suck. What's a recent example? How nice of you. Does that mean we don't have to fight? Oh, bloody triangle. These anime girls laughing at my competence gives me strength. In the background there. Something finally came out of the Bermuda Triangle. Isn't there a shoot 'em up called Bermuda Triangle or something? I think there's like a PS Mini or something. There's actually some decent PS Minis. There's Where Is My Heart, and Pix and Love Rush is pretty decent. Which is the successor, or predecessor rather, to Pix the Cat. Pretty fun. Oh, damn it. I just need to. My one consistent problem in Blood Hell games, I'm just real bad at bombing proactively. So that's why I really do appreciate when we get auto bomb. Ah, I flew right into that. I really wish I got to play more of this before launch, but I've only played that half hour that I did that upload for before this. But I don't really have the time, unfortunately, to do tons of practice before stuff. This coal ship drifted out of the area known as the Bermuda Triangle? Huh. Rusted beyond belief. I bet. I like the Kirby dots. I just noticed the Kirby dots in the... Or no, those aren't Kirby dots. What are those called? The comic dots. Kirby dots is something different. They're both comic-related dots, though, so I always mix them up. Yeah, what is that called? It makes it look like a 50s advertisement. You know what I'm talking about, right? Little thinger-dingers. Front. See, I used a bomb for once. Yay me. Oh, little mini energy ships. Ah, come on. Say it one more time so I know for sure, though. The little dots all around, like, look at the, like, shadow over the girl on the right's forehead. And, like, her eyes, like, the little comic art dots. I think I think in some, like in the older comics, it was like a dot matrix style, like printing thing. Like sometimes you see it just, you know, for artistic effect. Is it a dot matrix thing? I don't know. I never operated a dot matrix printer myself. I did have a Game Boy though, dot matrix with stereo sound. Never understood why they printed that on there. But there's a lot of like 70s through 90s electronics that just print random specifications on them because it sounds cool. Like 16-bit for the original Genesis. Like that's pretty badass. Like that is 8 more bits than your pathetic 8-bit systems. Twice the bits. I'm actually getting slightly worse, so that's good. Though in that case, it's kind of because of the weird thingies. He looks like he's holding the world's biggest USB drive. And or a Razer cell phone from Mega Man X. Stage 1's going to... Score both break bonuses on the boss. Let's try this one. I think this is the wide shot, which we haven't really seen too much. I think I prefer the strength shot. It's, you know, simple when it works. This type's obviously a bit better for, you know, normal enemies, a bit worse for the bosses. Depends on what gets you killed the most. I always really liked it. Hitogata Happa. I need to stream that more. You can sort of switch characters a lot more on the fly, and you get just a ton of characters in general in that game, and really interesting dynamics because of that. Especially the Destiny 13 mode. That mode is really intense. So like it's a game where generally you'll have like over 100 lives, so to speak, to spend, and in Destiny 13 you only get one of each doll, which is effectively 13 lives, which makes like you can lose a maximum of 2 dolls per level, or less than 2 dolls per level overall, and it's a very tense experience. You gotta manage which dolls you use at which boss very carefully. Like there's one level I just use the it'll be easier to explain with the game at hand. Damn it! It's an image of Captain America. Yeah, I've seen it in lots of comic stuff. What's this experimental weapon? I guess it's not gonna tell me. I fiddled with the thing again. Adam? Get back in there, controller bits. Where are you going? There we go. It is nice that you can you can practice from here. Which stage do I keep dying on? I'm not even sure. I like the stage select. It's nice and comprehensive. Let's change. The wallpaper. Which do I want? This one's alright, I guess. When you stream IB? I don't know. Did I decide on a game for this Sunday? I guess this Sunday could work. Highly recommend you do the windowed version. Is it different? Uh-oh. Not sure I lost the sound there. Oh. Oops. I was trying to confirm there was music, but I accidentally bought something. Whatever. I'll buy all of those eventually. Oh, maybe the music just eventually cuts out. Full screen version locks me out of everything. Yeah, generally windowed is alright, is like easier to stream for stuff. I tend to do full screen windowed whenever I can. Full screen in general is less stable. I'm gonna try this vortex barrier. I think I'm gonna do just one more run here. I want to get to some other stuff too. Oh yeah, I guess I already canceled streams, so yeah, I think I'll. The stream is loud. Yeah, I think I might play IB this Sunday. I wasn't originally planning. Well, I was originally planning, but then I canceled because like streams were breaking, and I think it seems to be fixed. We were over an hour and a half. Oh, speaking of. Viewership seems to have dropped off a bit. Let me retweet my thinger-dinger. I love that she shoots rabbits though, that's so perfect. Still sub 1% dropped frames, that is quite good. Yeah, some games just are loud, I don't know. I guess you just lower your PC volume in general. Oh, I see. It does erase bullets. Then, oh, it shoots forward. Okay. I was a little confused by that, but yeah, that seems decent. Maybe I should use it since I keep taking hits. It's not meant to be an easy game by any means, though. So I mean. I doubt I'm doing that bad, relatively. It's kind of hard to gauge how well you're doing in any given shoot 'em up, though. Because, I mean, they are hard games, and, you know, without watching other people play, it's kind of hard to tell where you are on the skill curve. I tend to think I'm above average, maybe not above, like, shoot 'em up maniacs, but definitely way better than, you know, people that don't play them do. Hey, Zenti Fresh. Going straight through you, that's where. I'll be able to help you throughout through the first 3 chapters. Is it like a hard game? Are there like puzzle elements? Like, I don't know what. I honestly don't know. Ah, dang it. I don't know anything about IB other than you said it was good, honestly. Interesting. It seems to do a really good job of blocking shots. I wonder if you're completely invincible or just like. It seems pretty effective. The shield thinger. I think I'll stick with this for now, maybe. It's got some puzzles. Hey, Kiyu Kirby. It's just so sensual with that Pocky. Calm down. That is not what Pocky is meant for. Speaking of Kirby, my Kirby Fact stream should be on for this Saturday again. I seem to have solved my issues, and I guess it wasn't actually Medicom's fault. Kind of surprised by that, but I don't even know entirely what fixed it, because I did several things basically all at once. And it just kind of seems better now. Which is kind of frustrating, but important thing is that it works. Oh, and you follow Woofy Cakes? They're really great art. I've been following Blue Revolver. The release kind of snuck up on me. I had no idea when it was coming out. And then I saw like, oh, this is coming out, you know, in like 3 days. Like, oh, do you have the press copies? I am all kinds of the press. So yeah, I ended up getting barely pre-launch coverage. Well, I released it right when the game launched, but embargoes. But I wanted to have a video. It really helps to have a video out at least day one. There we go. It isn't really difficult. Just pay attention to the signs. You should be fine. All right, that's good to know. Hey, Fragmented Skies. Not sure if you were talking earlier. Oh, hello, plane. All right. This isn't really an attacky weapon. I guess this does impact your score, because it's a lot harder to get those 65s, the extra bonus points you get for using your weapon. It does, I mean, it does attack, but it's less intended for it. Didn't know this game existed. I mean, it's not like, you know, super hyped up release, but I think most shoot 'em up, indie shoot 'em up fans have been following this for a while. It's puzzle cards, key code. Oh, I hate key code puzzles. Wait, did I not defeat that right or something? I thought that usually have a 1-up, or is that something else? That device doesn't seem to be registered in our database. Did someone sell it to you? Hey, tire for hire. Oh, math, my greatest nemesis. I became a programmer so I didn't have to know math. It's kind of funny. So it depends on what programming you're doing, but fairly often you just need to know the basics of math for a lot of programming. I mean, I don't really do like generative models, like I don't do tons of algo work. I mostly do, you know, business logic and UI design, you know, functional stuff, and not fancy algos. So I think I actually dodged that before I pressed the bomb button. Let's add some quick ahead. The thing I like about the shield is that it's less of a commitment than the bomb. So if there's just like little pellets in my way and I think I might get hit, I can use it a lot easier, like with less fear. I only got 1 times 64. Throat's a little scratchy. I haven't really been sleeping super great this week, so I'm a little bit tired already. I think after this run, I'm gonna call it for this stream. I do want to finish streaming Sega Hard Girls. I might try to finish that up Saturday or something. There really isn't a ton left. Yeah, I like the shield thing. I think you might be completely invincible with it, or at the very least, instantly shielded from anything in front of you. So it lets you maneuver a lot more freely. I think it's like counterpoint is this, like you can't score as well with it. Though it takes things out. It's just not as good for cleaning up enemies as the plasma lancer thing or anything. Logic work. I'm usually fine with logic work as long as it's not like adventure game logic, which is not actually logic, it's just random garbage. It's like, you know, use the taser on the donkey to make him kick the door frame, which, you know, catapults a llama into the sea, which, you know, strikes a flint against steel, and that opens, you know, the key code to paradise or something. Fan of the Darius Burst? I have Darius Burst Chronicle Saviors. I haven't played too many of them. I've never beaten one. I need to play more of Chronicle Burst. I don't know. I didn't really get a good feel for what it was after playing like 5-10 minutes of it. Usually I get a sense of what, like, the general feel of a shoot 'em up after that point. And I don't know. I don't know. I'll just need to play more of it. But I have a lot of shoot 'em ups, and I just hadn't happened to play that one a ton. The huge battleship approaching is super iconic, though. Yeah, I played a fair amount of cave games. I tend to like a lot of Daojin stuff too, though, like A lot of my favorites are actually Platinate Dispositives games. Like Hitogata Happa, Gundamonium. Rainbow. And Eschatos I really love. Eschatos doesn't get the love it deserves. I'm glad Dagisa Games picked that up. K-Style Shimos. Chronicle Burst is real good. But I also want to suggest starting with something like Gaiden. Wait, are you saying start with Chronicle Burst or don't start with Chronicle Burst? Welcome to Fantastic Tea Party! Yeah, I really love the Planet Dispositive games. Oop, I was itching my nose. Never itch your nose will kill you. What was I saying? I couldn't get as much into Gundamonium 1, but the remixed music in that is fantastic. It's like, oh my god, it's so good. Start with Darius Burst Gaiden. What platform is that for? I think I'm not sure Darius Burst is on stuff I have. I don't know. For some reason, I never heard too much about Darius in relation to the other ones, or in comparison to the other ones, rather. Sorry, degreasing my controller here. I really like the finish. The finish on the Xbox One Elite controller feels really great, but it really picks up fingerprints. Though, a funny thing is, oops, there goes the analog stick. There you go. A funny thing is, it's the same kind of material as the back of the Nexus 5X. The Nexus 6P, the phone, it has this like, you know, premium, I think it's metal back, but it gets these permanent scratches more. So you actually, like, the cheaper, quote unquote, material, like, stays better for longer, and it feels better in my opinion too. I never really liked, I mean, some metal feels good. I like the feel of the metal. I think it's magnesium. It's solid magnesium on the back of the Surface Pro 3. Now that is a premium feeling device. They really nailed the feel of that. But generally, like, slick metal doesn't really feel very good in the hand, in my opinion. I like something textured. That's why I prefer the DualShock 4 and the Xbox One Elite controller. They have really good texture on the control. It grips really nice. The smoother plastic of the DS3 and 360 I don't like as much. Oops, I was reading chat. That was my excuse. I didn't even successfully read chat. I didn't even successfully procrastinate. Mainly arcade. Oh, they're arcade? Oh. That would probably be why. Well, I'm an American, so I never really had an opportunity to play most arcade games. I did play some arcade games, so I think they're like American. Well, I don't know if there were American chunks back then. There was like this jet shoot 'em up I was pretty good at. That everyone was like, "Whoa, you're really well, you're really good at it." And it's like, I never actually had too many shoot 'em ups as a kid though. What was my first shoot 'em up? What was it? Honestly, the first time I played anything shoot 'em up like was Into Nova in Kirby 60. Damn it. I'll start talking during bosses. Going into Nova and Kirby Superstar. Yes, hello. Hello, Parker. Yes. I guess Star Fox 64 is a rail shooter, it's not really a shoot 'em up. It's probably the closest thing I had until... Honestly, most of my first like shoot 'em ups that I got really into were on Wii U Virtual Console. So I had so few as a kid. There's a lot of genres that I didn't really get to experience as a kid. Damn it. I'm forgetting that I have the shield. Stop talking. 1944. Did that have an arcade version? It might have been that. First one here was Firepower 2000 Super S. I haven't played that one. Yeah, the Gundamonium Recollection is really good. I recommend that for any Bullet Hell fans. For anyone new to Bullet Hell, I would definitely recommend, I said this like an hour ago, but you can't go wrong with Bullet Heaven 2. Very, very accessible. You can play it for free if you want to play the Flash version. But it doesn't like... It has this nice wide range of difficulty where you can play the harder modes if you want. And they're quite solid for more experienced players. Or just to learn, just as a game to learn, it's just great. Midway Classic? Was it Midway? I always kind of forget Midway exists. Yeah, they did a lot of arcade stuff. I guess I forget them because they're dead now. You know how little I knew like platform stuff as a kid. I actually thought TurboGrafx, they mentioned it on Homestar Runner. I thought it was something like Strong Bad made up, because I mean TurboGrafx, like that sounds exactly like the name that Strong Bad would make up for a fake video game console. But no, it's just, you know, 90s naming. It was originally the PC Engine, which is a baffling name in its of its own. It's not as baffling as the FM Towns Marty. That is probably the weirdest named console in existence. High school friend had a 1942 cab? Huh. I don't collect cat. Aw. Yeah, I'm not hardcore enough to collect cabinets or even just like the PCBs. I did collect most of the Cave collection on 360. Oh, your high school? Oh, that's neat. My high school would never dare give us them video games. That's pretty neat. That was my high school that was that awesome. Ugh. That's weird. I have this one, my elbow joint pops on my left arm only. The right arm doesn't do it. Sometimes when I stretch it goes. I don't know why. It doesn't hurt or anything. It's just like, it's like cracking your knuckles, except it's your elbow. I don't know what that means. Well, let's see if we can unlock anything, and I think I'm done for the night. So yeah, I guess my stream issues are finally fixed, and I can let media down off hook. Whatever. Why don't we have more of that, the other bunny? I guess this is her, right? Oh, I bought music instead. I accidentally bumped the thing. Whatever. It's fine. Oh, the NA version was released by Midway. Or Bally Midway Williams? What? That can't be a real company name. Bally Midway Williams? Thanks for watching, everybody. That was fun. I'll try to do more shoot 'em up streams at some point. I was thinking, like, for a while, I was thinking, like, I could do, like, you know, shoot 'em ups on one day, anime games on one day, you know, cool weird games on another, Kirby games on another. But it's like I can really only super dedicate two slots a week if I like, because the full-time job really makes, you know, streaming. Promising a stream is pretty iffy. I can fairly often do it, but I really love the palette work in Movie Cake stuff. But yeah, it's an issue. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm gonna tune out. I'm so glad the streams are fine again. And I guess if you have frame drops, try a different OBS. OBS has a good. Just search OBS frame drops. They have a good set of stuff for you to check out. I should have done that sooner, but it looked so much like network issues. I was completely certain it was that. But yeah, see everybody later, and I might stream some Dodonpachi Resurrection, the PC version, sometime soonish, and some more Sega Hard Girls at some point. I'll probably try to stream some this weekend. Anyway, take it easy.